This meeting is being recorded.
Hari Om and welcome to all the divine Atmajyotis. Today, let us learn Shloka 7.5. I now request Rohan to help how to chant and Sohan to repeat. When Sohan is repeating, let all of us put our hands together in Namaste, sit straight and repeat along with Sohan. Yes, Rohan.
Okay, so Sohan, are you ready?
Yes.
Apareyam,
Apareyam,
itas,
itas,
tvanyāṁ,
tvanyāṁ,
prakṛitiṁ,
prakṛitim,
viddhi,
viddhi,
me parām,
me parām,
jīva-bhūtāṁ,
jīva-bhūtāṁ,
mahā-bāho,
mahā-bāho,
yayedaṁ,
yayedaṁ,
dhāryate jagat.
dhāryate, jagat.
So now I'll chant the whole shloka. Apareyam itas tvanyāṁ, prakṛitim viddhi me parām, jīva-bhūtāṁ mahā-bāho, yayedaṁ dhāryate jagat. The meaning of the shloka is, besides these, O mighty armed Arjuna, there is another superior energy of mind which comprises the living entities who are exploiting the resources of this material inferior nature. Hari Om.
Thank you very much, Rohan. Thank you, Sohan. Let us understand what Sri Krishna is teaching us here. So, in order to understand what Sri Krishna is teaching here, first of all, we may want to recollect what he taught us in the previous shloka. In the previous shloka, he taught us that I have 8 different kinds of energies which people enjoy, which everything in this universe is made up of. And today, he is teaching us about something far and beyond these 8. So before we understand this better, let's first recollect what he taught us about the 8 energies. So, you are there. And how do you know things happening around you? You use your mind. And in your mind, there are 3 distinct functions or 3 powers that you use. Mana, buddhi, ahankara. Mana is nothing but whatever that you are seeing, right? Whatever you are hearing, whatever you are smelling, all of that is coming, no? Like an input, like how you give an input to your computer. And you have memory. So that is also called as chitta. So it's like a dictionary. All of that is there in your mind. And then you have an idea of who you think you are. I am a boy. I am a girl. I am born in such and such a place. My parents are. All these ideas. I am an Indian. Like that, all these ideas, you call it as ahankara. Buddhi is the one which helps you to discriminate. So if I ask you, am I showing 1 finger or 2 fingers? You will have to decide based on your buddhi, right? So the power that you have that helps you to make the decision is buddhi, intellect. So like that, all of these 3 is something that nobody can see from outside. However, you know all these 3 are there. So Sri Krishna taught us about these 3. Plus, he taught us about 5 others, which you gather through your 5 senses. So you have the sense of hearing, you have the sense of touching, you have the sense of seeing, you have the sense of smelling, you have the sense of tasting, right? These are the 5 senses that any one of us have. Through hearing, through touching, through seeing, through tasting, and through smelling. These are the only 5 ways through which you know about things outside of you. So therefore, Sri Krishna taught us about the pancha mahā-bhūtās, 5 elements. Everything is made up of. These 5 elements, he taught us that is nothing but kham. Then that is nothing but space, air, fire, water, and earth. So these 5 elements you are able to sense through your 5 senses, and they appear to you through these 3 inner powers of your mind. So like that, Sri Krishna taught us about these 8 things. The 5 gross things which you see outside, like the space, fire, air, water, earth, all of this is what you experience outside through your senses. So these are also called as the gross or the sthula. And then the other 3 powers that you have are in your mind. So that is nothing but your power of your memory, ego, and intellect. These are the 3 subtle or sukshma. So like that, Sri Krishna taught us that there are 8 qualities of mind that anything is made up of. That is what he taught us in the previous shloka. Sri Krishna taught us that everything is made up of these 8 distinct energies of Sri Krishna. So now that we have recollected that, let us understand today's shloka. But for that, there is a game. And for the game, I want all of you to raise your hand. So there are 8 questions, okay? As soon as you see the question, no. Without seeing the question, you cannot raise your hand. That is not fair. Only when I ask the question, you can raise your hand and you can answer, okay? So I'll call out your name depending upon who has raised, all right? So here the game starts. The very first question. So let's say there is pot and there is mud. Now the question is, which is dependent on which? Is the pot dependent on the mud or the mud dependent on the pot? So the first choice is pot is independent. Second is mud is independent. Third is both are independent. Fourth is neither is independent. Okay. These are the 4 choices. Now I am going to ask maybe 3 of you, because this is the very first question. I'll ask 3 of you to answer. So eeny, meeny, mo, and Vihan answers first.
I think option B, mud is independent.
Option B, mud is independent. Okay, all right. Now let's listen to one another answer from Krupalini.
I think mud is independent.
Oh my God, you are following Vihan only. Okay, let's see. Last but not the least, Akshat, what do you think?
Mud.
Oh, all the 3 of you are saying mud only. Okay, please lower your Zoom hand. Is there anyone who has a different answer? Grihit, you have a different answer? Hello, Grihit? I cannot hear you. Sorry, Grihit, unable to hear you. Looks like there is some problem with the mic.
Actually, you have the problem because we are able to hear Grihit.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir. He's telling that mud is independent only.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry about that, Grihit. No, I'm asking, is there any one of you who thinks there is another answer other than B? No, all of you think mud is independent? All of you? Okay, all right. Keep your option. Okay. So this is the first question. Now comes the second question. I will give the answers at the end. So this is a unique quiz. Okay. So second question. Ready? All of you, watch out on the screen. Second question, ornament versus gold. Same, 4 choices. Which is independent and which is dependent? Gold or ornament? So I want to ask Megha.
Vijayji, I think gold is independent.
Gold is independent. Okay. And what does Sohan think?
I think the same what A.
A, gold is independent. Okay, all right. So I want all of you to lower your hand. Is there anyone who thinks otherwise? All of you, please lower your hand. Is there anyone who thinks otherwise? Any other choice other than A? Akshat, okay. Akshat, which is the choice you have?
G, because neither of them are independent. Because if there needs to be gold, there needs to be some a stone or particle which must be there for a long time, and it has
No, that is
become
okay.
gold.
That's a different
So
thing.
it's not-
Right now, the question is only between ornament and gold.
See, but
Between-
both we say we need it, so it is not independent.
Understand the question. The question is, can the ornament be there without gold? Or the other way of asking the question is, can the gold be there without the ornament? So in that way, you have to identify which is independent.
See, an ornament can be with silver also. Ji.
No, here we are talking about gold ornaments.
Oh,
We're not talking about other kind of ornaments. We're talking about ornaments made out of gold.
okay, Ji. Then gold.
So can the ornament be there without gold?
No, Ji.
But can the gold be without ornament?
Yes, Ji.
Okay, very nice. All right. So this is the second question. All right. So keep your answers, all of you. Now we will go to the third question. The questions become tough as we go further. Okay. Again, the third question, ocean versus water. Which is independent and which is dependent? Okay. All right. Let's begin with Snigdha. Snigdha, you have to unmute and answer.
Oh, gee, sorry, I didn't hear you. Gee, the answer is water is independent.
Water is independent. My God. Let's see what Sanvi thinks about this. What is that, Sanvi? Sanvi, are you there? Are you answering?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. What is your answer?
Neither is independent.
Neither is independent. Okay. So, can there be ocean without water?
No, Ji.
Okay. But can the water be there?
Can I tell?
Wait, Sohan. Let me first help her. Okay. Now, Sanvi, can there be water without ocean?
Yes, Ji.
Then how can you say sea?
Water is independent.
Water is independent. Very nice. So now, those of you think otherwise, raise your hand. If anyone is thinking any other answer other than water is independent, please raise your hand. Only if you think other than water is independent, if you have any other answer. Sohan, you have any other answer?
Yes, Guruji.
Which one?
B. Ocean is independent.
Okay, can there be ocean without water?
No, Ji. I think it is. It's ocean only. Ji.
No, that's why I'm asking. Can you have ocean without water?
If the ocean is a place which is which has a place which is
No, we are
above
talking about what is ocean. What is ocean? Nothing but a big pond of water, right?
it is created by water, but it is called ocean. So it is we independent on oceans for our drinking water also.
No.
As
Understand the
because
question. No, understand the question, Sohan. Can you have anything called as a ocean without water being there?
No, Guruji. That is, I was telling, if the ocean is completely empty without water, then water is independent. So this, if ocean is there, then the water will be free.
So therefore, between ocean and water, ocean cannot exist without water. Correct, no?
Yes, Guruji.
Whereas water can be there without ocean also. Correct, no?
That is, I think, that is, it is impossible, Guruji.
Why it is impossible? Water can be in the cloud, water can be in the river, water can be in your glass. So water
But,
is by itself. Water doesn't need ocean to be there. Ocean needs water. Correct, no?
Okay, Guruji.
Okay, any other answers other than A? If anybody has any other answer other than A? Grihit, do you have any other answer other than A? Okay, for some reason I'm unable to hear Grihit. Did anyone else hear Grihit?
Sir, he told that neither is independent.
No. See, for example, ocean cannot be without water, but water can be in different places, no, in different forms, no. Water can be like water vapor in the cloud. Water can be in your fridge. Water can be in the river. So water is there in different ways. But ocean, you cannot have an ocean without water, no. You understand, Grihit? Okay. Akshat, you have any question?
No, it was reservation for fourth question.
Oh, you cannot have a reservation without the question. That would not be fair. So, all right, here comes the fourth question. So the fourth question is, between things and space, which is independent and which is dependent? Between things and place. Okay, let's give a chance to Akshat.
Space is independent.
Space is independent. Okay. What does Sohan think?
Same what Akshat told.
Same. Kripalini?
Same, sir.
Same. Okay. Is there anyone who thinks otherwise?
Yeah, I know another option also.
Okay. You cannot have multiple answers. You already have chosen. Is there any other answer anybody thinks? No, right? So all of you are agreeing. It is a space that is independent. Okay. Now, listen to this first. Listen to this first. Pay attention. Close your eyes and listen to what I play now. Okay. Now, okay, I would like to listen to somebody else. What does Raghavi think?
Vijayji says that both are independent.
Both are independent. Okay, can you explain how?
Vijayji, even if there is silence, there can be some sound heard, and even when there is, some sound, I think the other one will also be heard.
So now, see, does the silence need sound to be there?
No, Vijayji.
But doesn't the sound need silence to be there?
Not necessarily, Vijayji.
On what then the sound is coming then?
Vijayji, the sound is coming from the bird. Even if suppose another person was talking, I think even the bird sound can also be heard, right?
That is different. That is multiple sounds coming. But imagine, you are there and only that bird sound is there. When you are there before the bird sound, what is there in the absence of the sound?
Silence.
Silence. So when the sound comes, can the sound be there without that silence being there? On what the sound is, just like in the previous example, things can come only if there is space, no?
Mm-hmm.
See, only if there is a space can things appear, right? Without space, can things appear?
No, Vijayaji.
Like that, what is the surface on which the sound is appearing?
Silence, Vijayaji.
So then what is independent between the two?
Silence, Vijayaji.
And sound is dependent on the silence, is it not?
Yes, Vijayaji.
Is this clear now?
Yes, Vijayaji.
Very nice. Is there anyone who has any other question on this? Or any other choice on this? Okay, wonderful. Then the next three questions, very critical. Please pay attention because you're about to get to the final answer. So between the body and the mind, you have a body and you have a mind. Okay. So now, of the four choices, which is dependent on which? It is not as easy as the previous questions. Okay. It is slightly challenging question. I would like to listen to what Diya and Disha have to say on this question. Which choice would you make, Diya, Disha? C. Neither is independent. Okay. What about Mega? Which choice will you make, Mega?
I think both are independent.
Both are independent. So body can be there without the mind and mind can be there without the body. That's what you are thinking.
Actually, neither are independent.
So both, meaning both are dependent on each other.
Yeah. If
Okay.
there's a mind, there is a body to be in, and the body is controlled by the mind.
So which is then independent of which? Which is controlled by which? That must be independent, no? If you, the moment you say something is controlling, then the one which is controlling must be independent of the one which it is controlling, no? Is the question clear, Mega?
Yeah.
So then how can you say both are dependent on each other?
Then where will mind stay, Vijayji? Where will the mind be in the body and control?
It is appearing through the body. But on what basis are you saying that it is dependent on the body? Sohan, kindly be on mute when you're not speaking.
Okay, Guruji.
Mega.
The mind is controlling the body, right? So where will the mind be? If mind is not in the body, then how can mind control the body?
So where it is, that's a separate question. But now, which is controlling which?
Mind is controlling body.
So then how can body also control the mind? Is your thinking controlling your action, or is your action controlling your thinking?
Thinking controls action.
And where is the thinking happening?
Thinking is happening in the mind.
So which then must be independent?
Then mind is supposed to be independent.
Where it is, it's a separate question. Okay. That we will see. Okay. All right. Now, anyone else thinks other way? Who is not agreeing to be that mind is independent? Is anyone here who is disagreeing? Rohan, are you disagreeing? Okay.
No, sir.
Akshat? So this is reservation quota, is it, Akshat?
Yes.
Hey, that is cheating. Okay, all right. So, Raghavi, is this clear to you?
Yes, Vijayaji.
Okay. How about Sanvi?
See, I think
Neither
neither is independent.
Neither is independent. Can you explain yourself?
See, because body needs the mind to be able to work, and mind cannot exist if there's no body.
See, mind cannot function without the body. That is true. For the functioning of the mind to appear, body is needed. Correct. But how can you say that mind needs only body? So for example, when you go to sleep, you dream, right?
Yes, Ji.
When you're dreaming using your mind, no?
Yes, Ji.
Is it using your body only to dream?
No,
Because
Ji.
in your dream, you are so many different things, no?
Yes, Ji.
So then can you not see that, you don't necessarily need this body for your mind to function?
Yes, Ji.
So for example, sometimes you may be sitting in the class, but your mind may be going somewhere else, imagining things.
Yes, Ji.
Okay. Do you see?
Yes, Ji.
So what would be your answer now?
Mind is independent.
Is this clear?
Yes, Ji.
Okay. Is there anyone again who is
Ji.
disagreeing? Yes, Akshat.
But what is independent? No, without mind also body can exist.
How? Explain me how.
But it will be of no use. But still, it can exist.
So for example, right now, how do you know you have a finger?
Because I know that I have.
How do you know?
Because people have told and I have realized
No,
it.
Is it because, so now I'll tell you, you have a wing. Will you believe me? Will you believe me? No, what will you say? Show me, right? You'll say, show me. So you're seeing. And where are you seeing? Where are you seeing?
In my mind.
Is it not?
But still, we imagine something and I suppose imagine to say this in my mind, but I don't say this. I don't say this using my body. Then what is the use?
That is a different question. But right now, you know about your body only because your mind is there. Correct, no?
Yes.
You know about your body, finger, your feet, your nose, your eyes, about your stomach, whatever, you know only because you are able to see, hear, smell, touch, all of that through the 5 senses, which you can process in your mind. Correct, no?
Yes.
Without that mind, how can you know about your body? So there is no way, right? By itself, it is there or not, you cannot even answer that question. Why? Without the mind, how can you even answer that question?
Jnana.
Not possible, no? So is this clear now?
Yes.
So mind, without mind, you cannot really know about your body. So mind is like your surface on which the body is dependent. Clear, no?
Yes.
Okay, very nice. Now, next tough question. All of you ready? 7th question. This is very difficult. Okay, we have a mind or an inner instrument, antakarana. In the antakarana, there are 4 functions. We have talked about it. Mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankara. Mana is where all the things come. Okay, what your eyes are seeing, what your ears are hearing, what your nose is smelling, what your tongue is tasting, what your skin is feeling, all of that comes to your mind through mana. Then it's in your chitta dictionary that you search. Oh, do I know? For example, if I ask you, do you know the meaning of klatapichutu? So some of you will go and search your dictionary called mind, chitta, and you will say, no, I have never heard klatapichutu. I don't know.
Once you have told it.
Correct. So
Yes.
some of you may come and say, no, sir, you had told me earlier. So like that, you will give an answer, right? How did you answer that? Because you went into your dictionary. Okay. And in your dictionary, if you had found a match, you will say, yeah, I know. Like you go to Google and you search, What will Google show? If there is some match. If there is no match, Google will say, sorry, I don't know, like that. Then aham is who you think you are. I'm a boy, I'm a girl, I'm 6 years old, I'm 7 years old. This is my parents, all that. Okay, aham. Buddhi is the one which is discriminating, which is able to help you decide. Okay. Now, if you really look at it, the decision maker, who is the decision maker among the four? Who is making the decisions among the four?
Buddhi.
Buddhi, excellent. So now the question is, between the buddhi and the others, what the others are? Mana, chitta, ahankara. Who is dependent on who? That is the question. Okay, this is a tough question. The toughest question is in the 8th. But now this question, okay, all right. Let's see what our Sohan has to say on this question.
I will say it is both a sentiment.
Both are independent. That's
Yes,
what you're
please.
saying. Huh? Which option? A, B, C, D. Which option?
C.
C. Both are independent. Okay.
Yes, Guruji.
Okay. What about Vihan? What is Vihan's answer?
Answer is A. Decision maker is independent.
And can you explain why it is so?
Because the decision maker, like in the mind, he is independent. Means he himself only can think of the decision that he needs to make, the right decision.
So, how is then that ahamkara, chitta, and mana are dependent on decision maker buddhi? Is the question clear to you?
Yes, Ji, I'm just thinking.
Excellent. Very good. Akshat, what is your answer?
Ji, A. Decision maker is not.
How?
Because if I'm saying this, I'm speaking now, I should make a decision that I should speak. In my mind, there comes a thought that I should speak, so I should make a decision whether I should speak or not. So that is why.
Excellent. So without that decision, you cannot function is what you are saying, right?
Yes.
Very nice. What about Snigdha? What does Snigdha feel?
I think the B option, others are independent.
Others are independent. You mean ahankara, chitta, and mana are independent?
Yes, Ji.
Okay. How do you say so?
Ji, because like you explained, mana is like getting delivered. Like whatever is happening, like if you're seeing or if you're hearing or if you're smelling or anything, it gets delivered by the mana function. Without the mana, you can't just decide something. If it's not even delivered, you can't just start deciding something. And then next is chitta. So if you get the chitta, like you first, now for example, there's no mana. Now without the mana, there cannot be any chitta. Without the chitta, there cannot be any buddhi. Because if we don't know, for example, something got delivered, mana. You told some word just now. Now I do not understand that word at all. So I searched in my dictionary, what is that word? What is that word? And I didn't get the word. So how will I make my decision if I don't even know the word? And also,
that is what you are explaining, Snigdha, is the functioning of the buddhi. Okay. For buddhi to decide something, it definitely needs the entry in the dictionary. However, the question is, which is dependent on which for its existence? The buddhi dependent on the other three for it to exist, or are the other three dependent on the buddhi for them to exist?
Ji, buddhi is dependent.
Which is independent?
Ji, buddhi is dependent on all the three.
Buddhi is dependent. Okay, all right. Let's listen to another answer. Raghavi, what do you feel?
Vijayji, I want to say neither is independent.
Neither is independent. And how do you say so?
Because Vijayji, Chitta is like the dictionary of our mind. So when we need to make a decision, we have to depend on our facts. After that only we can decide on our aham, on what we are.
Again, that is the functioning. Okay, for it to function. Now the question is just like Raghavi, we asked the gold and the ornament, no? See, for the ornament to be there, gold has to be there. Without the gold, ornament cannot be there, no? Like that, we are not talking about the functioning. Okay, so what you are answering is, okay, if I have to answer, I need to have it in the dictionary, correct? But the question is, can the buddhi be there without any of this?
No, Vijayji.
Why? Why not? Without any entry also, buddhi can be there, no? See, you have a blank mind. Say, for example, if I ask you, as an example, do you know about quantum physics?
Yes, Vijayji.
Okay. Do you know about singularity theory?
No, Vijayji.
See, you don't have an entry about singularity theory, but your buddhi was able to discriminate and say, I don't know.
But isn't it because of me not knowing that my buddhi was able to decide?
Exactly,
If
which means
somebody,
what?
if suppose somebody did ask me a question in that, in what is it, singularity
Theory, right? So what
then
it
I
meant
wouldn't
is,
be able to answer it, right?
so you were able to discriminate whether I know or I don't know. So even though the entry is not there, your buddhi is able to function, no? Is able to at least identify, oh, I don't know, or I know.
That was what I was about to say.
Are you able to see what I'm saying, Raghavi?
Yes, Vijayji.
So even though you may not have that entry, your buddhi was able to independently verify whether I know or don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Is that making sense to you? Is that bringing clarity to you?
Yes, Vijayji, I'm processing it.
Okay. Is there still any doubt?
No, Vijayji.
Okay. Akshat, you want to add anything more there?
No, Ji, you said it.
Snigdha, is it clear to you now?
Yes, Ji.
So what would be your answer now?
Ji, still I feel like the others are independent.
Okay, so how do you say others are independent? For example, if there is no buddhi, how could you? So for example, if I ask you, what is this? What is this? What I'm showing in the video?
Ji, 1 second. It took pinging again. That is a pouch.
That is a pouch. So now, without your buddhi, would you have been able to answer? Let's say you have a mind, you have a memory, but without buddhi, you are able to see, but without buddhi, would you have been able to answer?
No, Ji.
So what is this I'm showing?
Phone.
Now, if I ask you, do you know about, do you know how to speak Cantonese language?
What is Cantonese?
So like that, you will ask me something, right? So see, your buddhi is able to function, no? Your buddhi is independent of whether you know or you don't know, correct?
Yes, Ji.
Is this bringing clarity now?
Yes, Ji.
So what would be your answer now among
So
the four
now I
choices?
changed my answer to that buddhi is independent, no matter if the mana or chitta or the ahamkara is there, no matter if it's there or not there, buddhi is independent.
However, for buddhi to function properly, you need the entry.
Yeah.
Right? But the buddhi is able to know, okay, I know or I don't know.
Ji,
And it is able to then, oh, I want to know more. So all that is the buddhi which helps you to guide.
but Ji, I have one slight doubt.
Ah,
Now, mana is basically delivering what you're seeing or smelling or tasting or hearing.
All the five senses. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like it's delivering basically.
Yes.
So now you said that buddhi can stay without these three senses, aham, chitta, and mana. So about mana only, I have a doubt. Mana is something that delivers what you are, what the five senses do. So without, if the mana is not there, how is the buddhi functioning? Because if
see, it is like in the night, when you're sleeping, deep sleep, right? There is no functioning of the five senses. So there is nothing that the buddhi has to do.
yeah,
If there is no input, there's nothing it has to do. But would you have been able to identify about the mana without buddhi being there?
oh yeah,
Clear?
yes, Ji. I didn't think about that.
Does anyone else have any other opinion? Sanvi? Sanvi, do you have any other opinion? Am I audible to Sanvi?
Vijayji, Sanvi will come in. She just went away. She'll come in now.
Okay, okay. All right. Okay. So, does anyone else have any other opinion? Kripalini? Because the next question, the final question, before we go to the final question, all these 7 are very important.
I had an option, but then I again got confused what to choose.
So now, ask me, what is your answer now?
I thought it was others are independent, and then after that I thought neither is independent.
Now, did you hear what the conversation happened between Snigdha and me?
Yes, Vijay.
Based on that, what do you think now?
I think decision maker is independent.
The buddhi is independent, correct? No?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So, Megha, is this clear to you also? Rohan? Okay, all right.
Yes.
So that brings us to the final question. Be ready. Between the body, mind, and awareness. So there has to be something aware of both, no? So between the body, mind, and the awareness, which is independent and which is dependent? Final question.
Gee, what do you mean by awareness?
Okay, so now you see this, right? It is coming through your eyes. And are you able to see what I'm showing in the video? Akshat, are you able to see what I'm showing in my video? My video. You have to see my video. Are you able to see what I'm showing in my video? So now, let's say your eyes are showing this, okay? And they come into your mind, that is your mana. You also have an entry in the chitta. There's also a buddhi. It is all like, let's say, you have a fridge. But without electricity, can the fridge work?
No.
So, there is something in you that says, oh, this is a pouch, which gives the power to recognize, the power to know. Like how electricity makes the fridge to work, makes the mobile to work, makes the fan to rotate. Are you able to see? There is something which is seeing all this, hearing all this, smelling all this. Correct, no?
Yes.
So that power of you is the power of the awareness.
Okay.
Now the
So
question,
so the answer will be awareness is independent.
awareness is independent, is what you are thinking. Okay.
Yes.
Very good. Let's hear others. What does Rohan think? What does Rohan think?
Sir, I think awareness is independent.
Awareness is independent. Okay. Vihan, what do you think?
Sir, Ji, I have a different option.
Okay.
It is a body mind is independent. Why? Because the body and the mind, with the eyes, we are able to see what is happening. And because of that, our mind, we can restore that awareness that is happening now.
No, but tell me one thing. Without the awareness, can there be body and mind?
Yes, Vijayji.
Yes?
Yes, I think yes.
So, how about the body and mind? Can the body and mind be there without awareness? So, if you did not have the power of awareness, who would be seeing what is coming to your mind? What power would... So, it's like asking, if there is no electricity, can the fridge function?
No, Vijayji.
If there is no electricity, can the fan function?
No, Ji.
So, without you knowing, what will your body see? Without you hearing, what will your mind hear?
Ji, our mind cannot hear. It can only think and remember.
And all of that is because the awareness is present. The power of the awareness is present. Is it not?
Yes, Vijayji.
To know, to think. So that is the one which is powering all the seeing, hearing, smelling, touching. Without that, for example, does your nose know what is the smell?
Yes, Vijayji.
If the nose can know what you are smelling, even a dead body then should be able to smell, no?
No, Ji, a dead body will not be able to smell. As a body stops working after it's dead.
Correct. So what is that is making the body work? There must be something else, no?
Awareness, Ji.
So now therefore, can you see which is independent?
Awareness is independent, Ji.
So without that, the body cannot function, no?
Yes, Ji.
In a dead body, you can still see the body, but it is not anymore able to smell, touch, hear, see. Clear?
Yes, Ji, I'm clear now.
Okay. Raghavi, you have any other question or any other opinion?
Vijayji, awareness is independent, right?
Awareness is independent. Is that answer clear to you?
Yes, Vijayji.
Snigdha?
Yes, Ji, clear.
All right. Is there anyone here who thinks otherwise? Okay. So this, my dear friends, is what essentially Sri Krishna is teaching you and me. What is he teaching? That you are essentially this awareness. Because you can see that your body also appears and disappears, right? Your body is constantly changing. And that you are aware of. So something is aware that the body is changing. You see your small photo, you say, oh, I know, this is me only. And your recent photo, you say, oh, it is me only. You're also aware of your changes in the mind. Oh, I know something, I don't know something. Yesterday I did not know, today I learned. So all that change, you are aware. The change in the mind also you are aware. So the only thing that is not changing then must be awareness. Without that, how can you be aware of all these changes? So what Sri Krishna is teaching us is that, like that, all the things are made up of these 8 lower energies of me, which is what he taught us in the previous shloka, the earth, the fire, the water, the air. So all these 8 things that he taught us, no, which we saw today in our recollection, that is the first thing that we saw, the 8 things that are so these 8 things. This is what Sri Krishna told us as his lower energies. And what is a higher energy? So in today's shloka, he is teaching us what is the higher energy. There is a superior energy of mind, the energy of the power of the awareness, the power of the awareness. And that is the one which is lighting all the others. That is what he is teaching us, which comprises the living entities who are exploiting the resources of this material inferior nature. These 8 energies are of lower nature, and this awareness is of the highest nature. Why it is highest? Because it is independent of all. We saw through these 8 questions. It is independent of all. Everything else, because the mind is dependent on the awareness. The body is dependent on the mind. The things that we see, smell, are dependent on the body and the mind. So if you see like that, it is the awareness which is independent of all the others. And that is what Sri Krishna is teaching us here. Is this clear? Is there any doubt for anyone?
No, Ji.
All right. Then,
What about the answers, all the answers of the questions?
so in each of the question, whenever there was an incorrect answer, we discussed that. So for example, in this, it is the mud, which is independent. In this, it is the gold, which is independent. In this, it is the water, which is independent. In this, the space is independent. Silence is independent. Mind is independent. Decision maker is independent. And in the last one, of course, awareness is independent. Is this clear?
Yes, Ji.
Okay. Would you like to share what you understood from today's discussion, Akshat? And after that, each one of you can please share.
Ji, I understood that Krishna, I understood what Krishna is telling about his higher, what can I say?
Highest energy, higher energy.
Highest energy.
Parashakti. So in the last shloka, it taught us about his aparā shakti, his lower energy. And in today's shloka, is teaching us as about his parashakti, higher energy.
Yes, Ji. And it includes everything.
It includes?
Everything.
Yes, that is correct. Everything else is seen in that higher energy.
Yes.
And that is the one which is undiminishing, unchanging. Rest everything else is constantly changing.
And also I came to know about the body and mind, which is independent. That mind is independent. Today, till I was thinking like mind is independent. No. It is body which is independent.
Body is dependent on the mind to function,
Yes.
to exist also.
Yes.
Very nice. Wonderful. Thank you, Akshat. What is Snigdha's answer?
Ji, so what I understood in this whole shloka and the whole quiz you had done for us is that there is like this one supreme thing where everything is dependent on, like not everything, some things.
Everything.
So for example,
No, we actually, you are correct, everything. Because we included everything, right?
yes, Ji.
Which thing did we leave?
Oh, Ji, I didn't leave anything. Sorry for that mistake.
Because all the 5 senses are in the body, and the body itself is in the mind, and it's the senses that are seeing the world. So which means we included everything.
Yes, Ji. Sorry about that.
Hmm.
And with this, I want to give an example. So it's like now there is one ruler who's like a king, And there are, he's the supreme person. And there are people who are below him, like who work for him, or the common people and all, like his ministers or his groom, and like who dresses him, and like other people who work for him, or the common people who are there in the village or the kingdom or anything. So like that, there is this one supreme thing. I also want to give another example, but it's a bit more infinite. Okay, so like now the earth is a supreme thing, and in the earth, I mean, on like in the earth, we all are there. Like we all humans exist. Without the earth, we do not exist. So if the earth is there, we are existing. But if earth is not there, we're not able to exist. It's the earth which came into existence, which made us also come into existence. And now, and also it's more infinite. Like now the universe is not there. I mean, the solar system is not there. The earth won't exist. And also if the universe is not there, the solar system won't exist. So it's infinite. About the second example I gave. So like this, like how you gave us like all the questions you gave us in the quiz were like examples of what about the shloka. Like you gave 8 examples, but it went on to harder. They all were examples, but you gave it like in a question form, so we can all observe it ourselves. Like how you told, ornaments are dependent on gold, pots are dependent on mud, ocean is dependent on water, and the others like mana, chitta, and ahamkara are dependent on buddhi, like how you said, and also mind and body are dependent on awareness. So and others, so like and the rest, etc. So like all you told was just like examples for the shloka which you have taught us today. That's what I understood about the shloka.
Very nice. Excellent. Excellent. Raghavi, would you like to share your understanding?
Vijayji, firstly, I understood that there's always. Vijayji, could you explain this a bit more?
Sure. So we see this entire phenomena. Okay, so this entire world, and there are so many things. And in the previous shloka, Sri Krishna taught that all the things that you see, including your own body, is all made up of 8 of Sri Krishna's lower energy, aparā Shakti. And what are those aparā Shaktis? That we just today recapped, right? These are the 8 lower Shaktis. And today, in today's shloka, he taught us that there is one superior energy. What is that superior energy?
Awareness.
Because everything else exists only because awareness is there. If you are not aware, would you be knowing about anything else?
No, Vijayji.
So everything else is dependent on the awareness, no? So that awareness is also unchanging. Rest everything else is changing. Can you see that?
Yes, Vijayji.
It is the awareness which is unchanging, the superior, the divine energy. And Sri Krishna is pointing you and me to that.
Okay, Vijayji.
Clear now?
Yes, Vijayji.
Okay. Do you want to summarize?
Sure, Vijayji. So basically, there are in total 8 qualities of the universe. 5 are in as sense organs, and 3 are in the mind, as mana, buddhi, and aham. So all of we are able to. There is a superior energy in all of these, and it is our awareness, and Shri Krishna is trying to guide us
That
towards.
is like the 9th one.
Yes,
These
Vijayji.
8 are the lower.
Okay.
The 9th one is the highest.
Okay, Vijayji.
Very nice. Thank you, Raghavi.
Which is the 9th one?
What is today's main pointing by Sri Krishna? What is he pointing at? what is in what? What is the final question we asked, Sanvi?
Which is superior between awareness and mind body?
What is the answer we got?
The awareness.
So without awareness, would there be a mind or would there be a body?
No, Ji.
So without awareness, the so-called world of objects that you're seeing, tree, plants, stars, a river, mountain, would they be there without you having the awareness?
No, Ji.
So which is the highest among all?
The awareness.
And is the awareness itself changing?
No, Ji.
Is your body changing? Is the,
No,
world,
Ji.
is the world changing?
No, Ji.
Is the world not changing?
Yes, Ji.
So the world is changing, the body is changing, but the only unchanging thing is your awareness. You as awareness. That is the ninth power or ninth Shakti that Sri Krishna is pointing at. Superior energy of mind.
Okay, Ji.
Is this clear?
Yes, Ji.
Okay, can you please summarize?
Ji, there are total 8
Lower energies, aparā,
lower energies, out
Hmm.
of which 5 are sense organs and 3 are part of our body.
No, 5 are part of the body, the sense organ.
And 3 are part of the mind. And the superior
And all of these 8 can be seen by your awareness. So which is the highest among all the 9 then?
The awareness.
That is what Sri Krishna is pointing at.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Anyone else wants to share your understanding?
Guruji, can I end up the session after everyone shares their understanding?
Yes, you can. Yeah. Rohan, please go
I
ahead.
just want to repeat it.
Okay.
Sir, I understood that Krishna is telling the superior energy, which is awareness, and without awareness, the body and mind is also not independent.
Very nice. Thank you, Rohan. Is there anyone else who wants to share your understanding? Anyone else?
Vijayji, can I just ask something?
Yes, please.
I need to leave because I have a school project that I need to do.
Please. No problem. Yeah.
Hariyam, Vijayji.
Hariom Vihan. All right. If no one else has anything to share, let us end our today's shloka contemplation. Hariom.